Have you ever wondered how a single piece of art, a poem, can unravel the mysteries of a great city? Today, we're diving into the heart of one of the most iconic cities through the eyes of a poet. We'll explore the gritty, the beautiful, and the transformative power of words in painting an unforgettable picture of London. By diving into this poem, not only will we see London in a new light, but we'll also get to know the mastermind poet behind this work. But first, let's set the scene. Imagine walking through the bustling streets of London, the air thick with history and stories at every corner. Now, imagine those same streets through the lens of poetry. Suddenly, every brick and whisper has a story. That's exactly what our featured poem does. It takes the everyday and turns it into something profound. So, who is the poet responsible for this masterpiece? Born in an era of profound social change, our poet navigated a world on the brink of the Industrial Revolution. Their work not only captures the beauty of London, but also critiques the society's underbelly. William Blake was an English poet, painter, and printmaker, widely regarded as one of the most significant figures of the Romantic Age. He was born in London, England, to a working-class family, and despite limited formal education, Blake was a voracious reader and largely self-taught. His early exposure to the Bible and classical literature profoundly influenced his work, which often combined elements of mysticism, spirituality, and social critique. Blake explored themes of innocence and experience, the nature of good and evil, and the complexities of the human condition. His work often challenged conventional religious and social norms, advocating for individual freedom and spiritual liberation. In Songs of Innocence, Blake presents a collection of poems that celebrate the purity and simplicity of childhood, often portraying themes of joy, innocence, and harmony with nature. In contrast, Songs of Experience delves into the darker aspects of human existence, exploring themes of suffering, corruption, and the loss of innocence, reflecting Blake's belief in the dualities of human experience and the complexities of the human condition. London is one of Blake's most famous poems, published in his collection, Songs of Experience, in 1794. Blake offers a scathing critique of the social and political injustices prevalent in London during the late 18th century, condemning the exploitation and suffering of the city's marginalized inhabitants. To fully appreciate this poem, we must understand the historical and political context of the time. Blake wrote London at a time when 18th-century Britain was a great empire, but also saw great suffering. A time when the chasm between the rich and poor deepened dramatically. William Blake's support of the French Revolution stemmed from his belief in the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity. He saw the revolution as a beacon of hope for challenging oppressive systems and promoting social justice. In his poem, London, Blake's disillusionment with the societal injustices he observed in 18th-century London was fueled by his disappointment in the failure of the revolution's ideals to materialize fully. This influenced the poem's critical depiction of urban poverty, political corruption, and moral decay, reflecting Blake's belief in the need for transformative change in society. The Industrial Revolution profoundly influenced William Blake's writing of the poem London. As he witnessed the rapid urbanization and industrialization of 18th-century London, Blake was deeply troubled by the social injustices and moral decay that accompanied these changes. The poem reflects his concerns about the dehumanizing effects of industrialization, the exploitation of workers, and the widening gap between the rich and the poor. Blake's observations of the negative impacts of urbanization on society, including pollution, poverty, and the loss of connection to nature, inspired him to critique the oppressive systems and institutions that perpetuated these injustices. London thus serves as a poignant commentary on the human costs of the Industrial Revolution and a call for social and political reform.